Hey everybody, welcome back to the apartment. Mi casa e su casa.
Capachow.
Capachow.
How are you?
Is that what Lightning McQueen says?
No. Pootie Tang.
Oh, he's from Pootie Tang? Mm-hmm. No, you know Lightning McQueen, right? From
Cars?
Yeah. What's the thing that he says? Oh, ka-chow. It's just ka-chow, right? He does the thing and he shines his light or whatever.
It's
ka-chow. That's what, right? Which is almost the same thing. So anyway, welcome back, guys. Real quick, unimportant, episode 30. That's cool. We'll skate over that. Tom and I were just talking about MeUndies again.
We love them.
And how they're the softest fucking underwear in the history of the universe. I should have a piece of paper to write all this down. It doesn't matter. I'll listen to it afterwards. But seriously, though, you guys should get them. It's a prescription. It's a subscription service. You sign up and they mail you new underwear. You can each week throw out your most ratty pair of underwear. Each month, throw out your rattiest, grossest pair of underwear, and you got a new pair of the softest fucking underwear ever.
Yes.
It's made out of this shit called. Now I've heard this word said many different ways. Micro, right? That's the same.
Yes.
Modal.
I've never gone this far into it. I'm intrigued. Keep going.
Modal, which is not right because it's not EL, it's an AL. Micromodal or modal. It is a fabric that is sustainably sourced. It's 3 times softer than cotton. What it's made from, I'm not sure. I'm guessing maybe eucalyptus or possibly... or what's the other? Bamboo? I don't know. Whatever it's made out of, it's so fucking soft. And I'm wearing them right now. And by the way,
too. This
is not a paid sponsor. We're hoping that maybe someday they will be. It's not a paid sponsor, but I got involved with this shit because of all the other podcasts that I listen to. And my very kind and now ex-girlfriend / second baby mama got me a subscription for 4 or 5 months, 6 months. And so I have a few pair. They're awesome. Mm-hmm. They're the most comfortable thing in the world. They come out with a new pattern also every month.
I love it.
They have ones for the holidays. I have a pair of heart boxers that she got for Valentine's Day that I didn't wear initially, and I'm sorry. I wear them now, but it almost seems like ironic that I do.
Yeah.
And it's not meant to be. It's just like, they're nice, they're comfortable. It's laundry day, but they're so comfortable. So they have boxers, boxer briefs for dudes. I think they have maybe, I don't know if there's another one in there.
Good
Long johns probably. They have a crazy collection for women. They will match the patterns.
Their socks.
Right. So they got socks now. I think they even do t-shirts now too.
You got the t-shirts.
Oh, don't they have fucking like onesies?
Yeah.
They have onesies.
And the
too large a dude to wear onesie, but yeah. But he's like, he's not that big. You could wear it. They're so comfortable. So this is a public service announcement to you folks that listen at home, that if you're sick of your bullshit underwear from Hanes that come in the 12 pack for 7 cents from Walmart,
they're all nasty,
and you want something that's super comfortable, that hugs your junk and wicks away moisture from your undersides, like I need, fucking MeUndies. Again, not a paid sponsor, hoping for someday, but I'm just trying to let you guys know, like Tom is. I told Tom about it,
yes.
And he immediately signed up.
I'm obsessed with it. Like, seriously, they showed up in the mail, and given the recent events, I've been waking up at 4, like between the hours of 4 and 5, so like I'd wake up, I'd do my routine.
Tom's life chaos insomnia has caused him to wake up at 4, and he can't wait to get his balls into a set of MeUndies.
Seriously, I took a shower, I went about my day, right? I think it was a Tuesday. I came here, we did the podcast, and I came home, and my MeUndies were here, and I was so excited that I took another shower specifically to put this pair on.
Best goddamn underwear in the world.
It is. I was just like, I was like, never again.
So
never again.
Sounds like an ad at the top of a show with people that have a sponsor. We have 0 sponsors. We'd like some. Hey, anybody interested? MeUndies, we're going to at you, maybe. Hashtag maybe. Hashtag blessed.
I would skip showers because I didn't want to change my underwear. So it's been a few weeks now.
It should be noted that you can actually order additional pairs from the website and not have to wait.
But it's fun waiting.
It's fun waiting. I'm not saying don't wait, but I'm saying if you're into it and you like it and you're 2 months in, you got 2 pair and it's like, well, I have 40 other pair of these bullshit boxers for my month.
I hate it, but I've been I ended off as I haven't showered in weeks. That's not true. I waited a couple weeks and then I started showering, and then when I would take a shower, I'd wash the underwear and then I'd put the underwear back on. I'd wait. I just love these.
Yeah, they're the most comfortable underwear ever.
Yeah, so it's something to look forward to.
It definitely is.
And they truly make me happy. Seriously, MeUndies, you have been making me happy. I'll go on the website. Like,
As soon as I find my way out of debt and get this bankruptcy handled, I'm going to resubscribe. Maybe they'll send me a few pair if they like this ad. We'll find out. It's at the top of the show, guys. All you got to do is listen to like the first few minutes. Oh, shit, I didn't put the big timer up. It's fine. I'll figure it out. They're so goddamn comfortable. If you don't know, get in the know.
MeUndies.com.
Now, you can hear the cars in the background because I'm still super unprofessional. But what I'll say is this. It's cold outside. The snow is shitty. Why do people in Buffalo forget that we live in Buffalo as soon as snow falls and drive like fucking idiots?
I don't know, man. You know what? As soon as snow falls everywhere, people drive like idiots.
Well, you can't say everywhere. And here's
Yes,
why I said...
I think-
No, here's why. If it falls in Virginia or D.C. where they have 2 plows for the whole city, I get it. We're born and raised in a town where snow is a thing all the time.
Yeah.
And people get all, I don't know how to... You forgot from last year? You've been driving for 25 years. Are you fucking serious?
It hits people.
First, that was one of the things I want to start off with first. Second, it's still kind of... All right, I'll go with this first. How come, and this is not meant to upset anyone, but it's going to upset somebody. How come people in Subarus, regardless of weather, drive so fucking slow that I want to try to run them off the road? I have a family member that has a Subaru. I don't know how they drive. I assume it's probably similar to that. I wouldn't run anyone off the road. I'm not suggesting anyone do it. I'm not advocating for violence against your fellow man. All I'm saying is the rage that boils up inside of me when I see a Subaru in the right lane and I assume, so going out 290 north, right? We're going toward Tonawanda from the city. It's in the morning. You assume there's some kind of traffic going out of the city. Left lane's kind of cruising by. You're in the right lane. You're behind what turns out to be a Subaru Forester almost always. And I'm not suggesting that there's a specific kind of person who is very left-leaning, typically female, and is interested in other females that drive those, although that's the joke about it. What I'm saying is anyone that's in that car, right? They're driving, you're like, dude, why are you doing 40? There must be a lot of traffic. You find a spot in that left lane, you slip in with everyone else, you drive past them, there is no one in front of them for 17 car lengths.
Yeah.
Happened to me today, that's why I bring it up. It happens all the time, but it happened to me this morning, and I'm like, why? Why is this a thing? Now, yes, you're driving slower, you're conserving fuel, you're being safer. I need to get somewhere.
We all share the world.
You know what I mean? When people say, well, why are you always driving so fast? There's only so much time you have on this planet. You want to waste it all in your fucking car?
Seriously. Don't get me started about a car.
Well, right. Different situation for you. Once you have it, you'll be back to the, why the fuck are you driving so slow? I've been without a car for so long, and I'm trying to make up time. What was it? It was an episode of The Simpsons where was it Homer got elected mayor or something? And whatever it was, I don't remember the situation, but the catalyst behind it. But they changed all of the traffic lights to green and yellow. And so Lenny is speeding down the road and it turns yellow and he goes faster and it's green and it's like, and he goes, I'm making excellent time. If only I had somewhere to be. Like that's my fucking life. But I saw that. So that's my other thing. And then thirdly, again, pertaining to winter and snow in the town of Buffalo, you're a little bit younger than me.
Yes.
But what I'll say is this. Do you not remember when you were a kid, like December on through most of March and sometimes even April, snow up to your ass all the time?
Yeah.
No matter what. As soon as Christmas hit, it was white Christmas all over the fucking place. It was snow, snow, snow,
Dude,
snow, snow.
It is not the
all
same
the time.
Anymore. There was like that.
You would go sledding every weekend because you could.
Yeah.
There was a hill by my house in Ellicott Creek. We would go there. It was a small hill, but it was fun. We grabbed our red saucers with no handles anymore because they broke off. We bought them from Gold Circle. That's a really old. I better make sure I listen to all this episode to put all these tags in.
Gold Circle.
Gold Circle. That you don't remember Gold Circle? Exactly. That's how old Gold Circle is. We would, you'd ride down the hill. It was every week. You'd walk. You'd have to wait outside for the bus, and you'd have to have boots on. Dude, we got the first real snowfall last week, and it's already gone.
The step-in snow, the onesie snow suits. I used to have to wear those and stuff like that. I used to get super dressed up to get on the bus to go to
Yeah,
school.
yeah. So the full bodysuit thing, right?
It was crazy.
Yeah, I have a Carhartt, like a knockoff Carhartt like that I used like when I would go out and stuff. We actually got them when my brother and I were still in Scouts, Boy Scouts. We got them, but it still fits me because I'm just the same height and a little fatter. But you had to get in that thing to because it was cold and there was snow. My God, dude, there's flurries right now. They probably won't stick. It's mid-January.
They're like little small cotton balls.
I as much as I talk about, and people who know me know that I can't stand the cold weather. I suffer from SAD, from seasonal affective disorder, like a motherfucker. I suffer from that shit. Like it crushes my soul as soon as it starts to get crappy outside. I'm actually able to imagine in my mind within our small solar system, our Earth spinning around the oval axis, and when we're coming up on December 21st, we're as far away from the sun as you can be. And I just imagine this spinning blue globe. It's a blue globe. It's round, dicks. Just
flat Earth.
Shut up. Just spin. I was avoiding that. Just spinning, and you're the furthest, coldest part away from the sun as possible. My brain sees that, and it makes me even sadder.
Oh my God!
All of that aside, I'm upset. I'm disappointed, upset, and even a little bit angry that there isn't snow outside on the ground. Because you want your kids to have the same kind of cool shit you had. Like this is part of living in this town, right?
Yeah, the snow is nowhere anymore. It's nothing. Like.
We got my sister from for Nick bought a snowsuit, so like the pants, matching coat, matching hat, matching mittens, matching boots. He's been in it once to try them all on in the house. He hasn't been able to go outside in it yet because it hasn't been necessary.
No, there's no snow. I mean, I guess you can maybe take him to like up to Ellicottville or something like that. To what is it, the South Towns, right?
Yeah, take him down to Ellicottville, but that's just all fake snow. They manufacture. It's not fake like plastic.
I know it snows way more like naturally down there.
It does, which is weird because the further south you go in Western New York, the colder and snowier it is. But it has to do with where the state is about the lake. It's because the lake affects snow. But they have those big machines that compress the water and they use the cold air and stuff, and they make real snow, but it's not snow that fell from the sky. A machine made it.
Yeah,
but that's how they're able to ski and snowboard and stuff, and that's fucking cool. Never been to Ellicottville, by the way. Really want to go.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's supposed to be great.
It's just like
it's really beautiful, especially when it's real snow and crisp and falling and stuff. So that's my frustration. I am glad that I haven't had to brush my car off more than a half a dozen times.
That's cool. Yes,
but there's no fucking snow on the ground for my son to play in like I did when I was a kid, and it's very disappointing.
And all the skiing and snowboarding too, like that's gotta be for all those like.
You've seen me; I'm not much of a sport guy,
but still, like, that's gotta be crushing.
My physique is great for laying on a piece of plastic and flying down a mountain, not standing on one. But
snowboarding is so much fun. Like those winter sports are amazing.
Somebody was saying yesterday, that they recommend trying to ski before snowboarding because it's easier. And then somebody else goes, dude, I found snowboarding way easier to do than skiing.
Which I agree with that.
I don't know. I've never been on skis. And I was once on like one of those crappy like department store all plastic snowboards.
Yeah.
Where your feet don't lock into anything. There's no boots. There's no bindings. You're just kind of on it. And just like when I stepped on a skateboard for the first and last time, went out from under me right on my ass.
Oh, man.
So I'm done. Like, I'm cool. That's fine. I will lay down and rock it down a hill all goddamn day.
Yep.
On something. But standing up,
Clark Griswold
what
style.
Am I insane? That's crazy.
I used to skate. I still wish I skated. Like I'm just like I don't feel like falling anymore. Used to fall all the time.
I had with like when I was. Do you remember Tim Kong actually from Guitar Center, the Korean kid in guitars?
Yes.
Tim was a dude. He was actually from New York City. His parents were South Korean, but they were Korean born. Moved to the States. He was actually here in Western New York. He was going to UB, but he's from New York City. And he was 21 at the time when I worked with him. I was just a few years older than him. And I remember him telling me he used to competitively, not on a national level or anything, but used to competitively compete in rollerblading, like they do in skateboard, like half pipes and stuff, right?
Aggressive,
yeah,
or whatever it's called.
I don't know what the sport's called, but he was specifically rollerblades, but doing what skateboarders do in like the half pipe. And
that's
like
pretty sweet.
And he goes, dude, at 21, bear in mind, he goes, dude, when I was younger. When you were younger, he goes, when I was younger, if you fell, you got right back up. It didn't hurt at all. He goes, I hurt so much now that I'm older. I'm like, you're 21.
He's been falling for years, probably.
Maybe he was 15, 16, 17, and I guess that's a lot. But that's just the idea. Like, when you're young, you're super, like, for the most part, most people are pretty goddamn durable. You fall and it's like, oh, that sucked. And you get back up and you keep going. And maybe you have a bruise, but you can get through it. For me, I turned 40 this year. I can't, I guess I can believe I'm still here. I'm happy I am. But I turned 40 this year. If I slip and fall in a parking lot, let me rephrase. As I'm walking out to my car, if there's ice and I see it, immediately I'm like, I'm going to fall. I'm going to break a hip. Probably not. But that's where my brain goes.
Yeah.
You're this old and decrepit and broken down and depleted.
You're not going to break a hip.
Of calcium because you don't drink milk because you think it's weird. And ice cream doesn't count.
I've never broken a bone.
I broke one bone once. It was in my... which hand was it? I don't remember now. In my right hand. And it's this one right here. So below your pinky, the one that goes
How'd that happen?
all the way. So it's a good story. I'm going to have to...
I have a story afterwards.
I have to tag my brother in this if he'll even see it. So I broke it along the bone. Like, not in half, but like along the bone. And the reason that happened is my brother and I had rooms next to each other. And I don't remember why I was mad. But he and I got into an argument. He was being a dick of some kind to me for some reason or another. As far as I was concerned, I got really mad, right? And so I go, and as I'm walking out of his room, I swing my hand down, like next to my hip, next to my side, and smack his door, right? With my fist closed. But the side of my hand hit the seam of the door along the outside, right? Split the bone right down the side. I hit it. I convulsed. I grabbed my hand. I went literally around 3 feet around the corner into my room, face down into my bed, tears streaming down my face as I held my hand. I'm like, oh my God, this hurts more than anything I've ever experienced in my life. Oh. This has to be broken. It has to be broken. It's red. It's swollen. It's puffy. It's not protruding because it's along the length of the bone, right? 3 days goes by. I'm in middle school at the time. I have to try to take a test and I can't hold a pen to take the test. And I tell my teacher this. And of course, again, as one of those kids who wasn't able to be taught to because teachers didn't know how to teach to me. Yeah. They're just like, no, just fucking do the test. Just do the test. They didn't swear at me necessarily, but you're fine. So I tried to take this test, which wasn't like an A, B circle one. It was a written test with my left hand, which I had zero experience writing with. Failed it miserably. And when they asked why, I told them, I said, I told you why. I told you my hand was messed up. They're like, well, okay, whatever. That was within the 3-day period before my mom goes, oh, that looks bad. That's still not, we should go to the hospital. And I can't remember, I think it was my dad that took me, I think. May have been my mom. I can't remember this for sure. But they took me. And I don't even know if they bothered with an x-ray. They may have. I think they did. But you can't really, you can cast your hand, but there was no point in doing it. So they ultimately gave me a soft cast. So I was right. I had broken my hand. Nobody paid attention to it. They're like, you're fine. Because that's what you did to kids, right?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Oh, you're
Today,
fine.
If my son falls and smacks his face, I'm like, oh my God, all his teeth need to be rearranged. He's going to need Invisalign.
Well, that's why.
Right.
Because you're like, I broke my hand and nobody fucking believed me. Now you're a child. You're like,
well, no, but that's not why. Because 2 generations before that, it was the same thing. You'd go, well, yeah, I broke my hand and nobody gave a shit, so I'll do the same thing. And then your kid goes, oh, well, I broke my hand, nobody gave a shit to his kid.
Oh, weird.
Well, he'll be fine. He's a tough it out. Don't be a bitch. Me, today, and this is society and part me being a super soft dude is just, you don't want your kid to get hurt ever.
Yeah.
Because we're all such pussies now. I'll say I am. I don't want my kid to get hurt, but I will say this though: when he falls down, if he's walking and he just falls, I'm like, "The fuck you do? Get up!" And if you don't, this is just what I've observed for myself. This isn't me giving advice to anybody or whatever. But if my son falls down, and it's like, "Oh shit," he maybe hurt himself. If you react in a way that shows them that there's reason to be concerned, they will be concerned and start to cry.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, if you either don't acknowledge it at all or go, come on, buddy, let's go do this instead, and redirect them, they won't even know they got hurt.
Yeah. I, when I was a kid, I would friggin' climb trees, and I always, I remember just always falling. I don't know, skateboarding and, just climbing shit. And I remember one time we had 2 trees in front of our house.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean. I've never broken a bone. I might, who knows if I jinx myself or not or whatever. But I've hurt myself like so bad numerous times.
Yeah.
Just never. So
Not a broken bone, but you definitely like a hurt, like a deep bruise.
I just don't understand how. But we had 2 trees. Or there are 3 trees outside of my old house, and I climbed the one, I mastered the one, so I tried to figure out the second tree. I figured out that fucking second tree, but at the third one, I just couldn't figure out how to get up there. And finally, one day, a branch had fallen, and it fell, so it was my way up, and I climbed all the way to the fucking top of this tree. And the branch that I had taped the branch together I had to form a swing, and the branch that I was standing on broke, and I fell from the top of this fucking tree, and it was like a movie. It was like
right.
And dude, I fell, and when I fell,
it's like an Archer. It's like an episode of Archer where he just continues to fall down the mountain.
Dude, it was
through
seriously
the
like that.
branches.
Like I remember, like I fell on my stomach, and I tried to grab the branch in front of me, but I couldn't. But the weight like swung me around, and I fell down.
The weight of yourself and momentum.
Yeah, it was just so funny. But I landed on my chest, and
with your arm underneath.
yeah,
you?
like, and my arm just hurt so bad, but nothing was broken, and it went away immediately. And I was just like, I just looked up at the tree, and I had saved the tree. What ultimately happened is that branch grew, the one that I fixed and taped, and we had a swing. But I just fell from the very top of that tree, and it was just nuts.
But you didn't break anything?
Nothing.
All
I
right,
broke
so
nothing.
what's the story? You said you do have a story about when you did break something.
I never broke anything.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I've fallen out of trees. I remember one time I needed to go get a weed whacker from my uncle, my grandfather's brother. So I rode my bike down to my aunt's house to get a weed whacker. And I'm riding this.
I don't know why that sounds funny, but it does.
It does sound kind of funny, huh? So I'm riding my bike with this. I'm like 10 years old, and there's this huge ass lawn care, and somehow my shoelace got wrapped in the pedal.
Oh shit!
And it got stuck. And as I tried to fix it, somehow the weed whacker got stuck in between the front, and I went right over.
You went over the handlebars.
Yeah, but it was awful. It was a terrible crash, and like it was just because I was riding really fast when everything happened. Just scrapes. And I smashed my head, and I just like looked up, and I woke up fine. Nothing was missing. It was just so weird. And then there was the time there was B3, and I got on. It was Bikes, Blades, and Boards. It was called. It was
Okay, yeah.
It was an outdoor skate park.
Yeah.
And I got on my bike, and I went down the huge roll in. I pedaled and pedaled. I got so much air, Nick. I don't know. I was so high in the air. I've never that was nuts. And I just came down. And I landed. It was like I don't know.
That's
Just
funny
like
if the perspective of you as a kid is like, I got so much air. It's like you're 3 feet off the ground, Tom.
No, I was, dude, I was really high in the air. I remember being scared, not knowing how to control it. And I just smashed my face on the ground. And I woke up again, and I opened my eyes, and Fred and Anthony and all those kids were standing over me. And Fred and Anthony were laughing at me.
Nobody was like, dude, you okay?
Nobody,
like, nope.
Nobody. And like
those are good friends.
Yeah, right. That's why that's why it's like, it's not my fault that when people get hurt, it's when I start laughing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like when Fred or somebody.
I think that's just a human reaction. Unfortunately, I don't know that I say unfortunately.
Thank you for the coffee, by the way.
Yeah, of course. I don't. You know, that's why America's Funniest Home Videos became successful 30-something years ago. Is because people were sliding. You know, they were going down the hill and knocking the kid over, or running into a tree, or getting their balls kicked.
Shout out right now. If you guys, I know it's really unfortunate, but I'm a dad, and you're a dad. There's an Instagram account called Kids Getting Hurt.
I've seen the hashtag. I haven't clicked on it. I want to.
It is so fucking awesome, and like people get really pissed, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna same people who get pissed. Aren't going to realize that, the kid got hurt, but in like 38 years from now, that kid's going to discover alcohol and probably get hammered and smash his face somewhere as an adult. So what's the difference now? Like, but it's just really funny. Like, that is the funniest Instagram account ever.
Kids getting hurt.
Kids getting hurt.
I need to make sure I listen to this whole episode back to make sure I write all this shit down. We need something. Remember we talked a couple months ago about having an intern come in?
Yes.
We should have somebody come in and just write everything down.
Seriously.
Not necessarily transcribe, but...
What do you think of teeth whitening?
How is that your transition?
I don't know.
Okay. I think that once, and I told you this, once I get Invisalign on the top to fix the gap in my teeth that happened after I had braces because of my wisdom teeth coming in and not wearing my retainer, once that happens and it's all straightened out, then I want to get my teeth like surgically whitened. Like not like a whitening pen or strips. I want it like the laser.
Yeah.
I want fucking...
Aside from today, because my mind is fucking gone and I'm on 200 other things. I forgot to brush my teeth. But I've been trying charcoal toothpaste.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it is awesome.
So I have some actual... It's one of the different companies that makes the actual, literally, it's like the ground charcoal. I have it in my cabinet, and once a month I'll do it. I'll go, oh yeah, no, you know what? I'm going to start this again.
I feel so good.
The thing is you have a charcoal toothpaste. This is literally just charcoal. You wet your brush, you dip it in, you brush your teeth. It makes such a fucking mess. I'm like, I don't want to clean up after this every time. I'm already running late for everything in life. That's why I'm thinking I'll talk to my cousin who's a dentist, have him do the Invisalign. Hopefully it won't cost too much. I know that shit's expensive. And once that's good, get them surgically whitened.
They have those those send away kits. Those want some.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. They do, and my adjustment is so minor that would probably work fine. But I'm without anything to verify this at all. I feel like I could have him do it cheaper and have an actual dental professional there to go, all right, here's the next step.
Yeah,
that's what you know what I mean? Like we went to Metallica and I was talking about it. He goes, let me see. And I show him and he goes, oh yeah, that's nothing. He goes, we can fix that in no time. And he goes,
well, nice.
Yeah. So
dentists.
Yeah.
What a weird thing.
You know,
never would put my fucking...
I have a couple of former coworkers became not dental assistants, but dental hygienists. Mm-hmm. I think one of them currently is actually trying it out. She was trying it out as she's a lifetime server like me. And she's trying it out as like a temporary, like a trial run to see if she's interested in it. It's good money. It really, I mean, dental hygiene, it's good money. It really, from what I understand, it is. And my thing is, I'm so critical of people, and this is because I'm a shallow piece of shit, everyone. Anybody who knows me knows this about me and knows that I've said it. I'm such a judgmental piece of shit when it comes to cosmetic things. And by the way, I am the most flawed person you'll meet when it comes to that. So I judge myself harder than I judge anyone else. But, you know, when it's like someone's like, yeah, no, I've never flossed. What do you mean you've never flossed? Yeah, I don't really do it. Like, there's whole pieces of animal between your teeth, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I floss usually twice daily.
I try to floss when I fucking remember. It's just so hard.
Like we talk about routine and ritual.
Yeah.
That's part of it. I get up in enough time. So here's the thing. I know it takes me X amount of time to do all of my shit when I get up in the morning before I have to be somewhere. And I think that's how it works for everybody. So if you know that you have to leave for work by, 7 or 8 or whatever, you get up in enough time to do that stuff. And I make sure I get up so I can shower. I got the podcast going the whole time, whatever it is that I'm listening to. After the shower, dried off, flossed, brushed, Listerine, then on to everything else. It takes about 10 minutes to do all of that. Just the oral care. And people are like, why does it take you, people, when I say that, ex-girlfriends, why does it take so fucking long for you to do that? Because I'm really thorough.
I like my teeth.
And I'm thorough because when I want to say 18, 19, I had juvenile periodontitis, which is like an infection in the gums. And because I was young, that's why it was called that, I think, the juvenile part of it, even though technically I was an adult, kind of, sort of.
Juvenile.
But I was brushing my teeth every day. I, was sure that I was doing a good job. I was not flossing. Definitely didn't use any kind of mouthwash. And my gums developed an infection that was so awful that it was that where your breath stinks really bad. And you can't smell it because your olfactory senses get used to it. But it's, red and irritated and they'll bleed as soon as you touch them. This happened. I can't get my head around how this happened, but it happened. And so I had gone, my mom maybe go to our dentist, and they had to inject local anesthetic like lidocaine into multiple spots in my gums. So I'm laying in this dentist chair, and I'm holding on to the hands, the arms on the side, expecting pain. I have never felt before then or since then, including breaking my hand, pain like this in my entire life. The needle going into my infected gums was so excruciating that I'm like, well, I'm never going to fuck this up again. I don't ever want to have to experience this again, ever. So they injected my gums with this anesthetic, and they did something what's called debridement, where they go in and they have to clean not just the teeth, but the tartar and stuff underneath the gums between the teeth to get it all out. Yeah, not fun.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm sorry.
Fun. Well, listen, let this be a lesson to everybody.
Oh my God.
Take care of your oh, you know what? Let's throw out another free plug. Quip. Are you familiar with Quip?
No.
Quip. It's the most popular electric toothbrush in the world. I think they run about $25. Go and Google Quip discount code. I know Joe Rogan has one. I know Joe Santagato has one. I'm pretty sure Mark Maron has one. I think it's like $5 or $10 off or something. It's this really low profile electric toothbrush. A single charge lasts you like 2-3 months. And for a few bucks per cycle, they will replace your heads on a dentist recommended schedule of every 3 months. They're supposed to be awesome. It runs for 2 minutes, and there's a chime that happens every 30 seconds, so you can switch which quadrant of your mouth you're brushing your teeth with. Pretty neat. I change my toothbrush every 4 to 6 weeks. Just because that's what I do. I get a new one every 4 to 6 weeks.
Do you have a Quip?
I do not. I've been interested in it, and I'm sure, just like with MeUndies, #MeUndies, that you can get additional heads earlier than the recommended delivery. But I have not yet, but I'm interested in doing so just because everyone keeps talking about it. And when I heard today, and I don't know that anyone said how much they normally run. They just say here's the discount if you use this promo code. But I think their base price is $25. That's stupid cheap.
That is pretty cheap. I want to try really bad.
So I want to try that out and just see how it works. But based upon that experience, so after they did all the debridement and everything, cleaning and stuff, I had to use a special mouthwash with a prescription called PerioGuard, which is it's a low percentage, but it does have a good amount of peroxide in it. What peroxide does, when you get a cut or a wound or something, you pour it on there and it bubbles up and it kills the bacteria. Well, it does the same thing in your mouth, except that it also deadens your taste buds. It means you can't taste anything. It had been a few days. It was over a weekend. I was back in school. I was at college. And I got in early and I went and I got this fucking everything bagel with this veggie cream cheese, and I was super excited and I bit into it and it tasted like nothing. It was just texture in my mouth. That was it. There was no flavor at all. And I was like, oh my God. As a fat guy who loves flavor, if I could never taste flavor again, what a horrible nightmare. So that's why I take such good care of my teeth now. When I drink a lot of coffee, I don't smoke or anything, do any other.
I'm really trying to quit.
I'm not, I don't drink red wine and shit that would stain your teeth. But the coffee, and I don't have particularly pearly whites in the first place. But all the coffee I drink definitely doesn't help.
Yeah.
So that's why once I get the Invisalign, I want after the service is done, or the whatever, I don't know what the fuck you call it. Once it's done, I then want to get them surgically whitened. That'll probably cost more than the Invisalign will cost me. But if you don't fuck around, you then have these nice pearly white teeth that are straight.
Yeah.
They're definitely, like my senior picture, right after I got my braces off, because it was the summer before your senior year, you get it between your junior and senior year. My braces had just come off, so my teeth were perfectly straight and definitely whiter than they are now. And here's the fucked up thing. Well, I think it's fucked up. I drink a lot of coffee now, but at the time, I drank like 1 to 1.5, 2 liters of soda a day.
Shit.
Usually Coke or Pepsi, full sugar stuff. And most times Coke, whatever was on sale. That's what my mom bought. But I would drink like every day. And so not just the sugar and calories and blah, 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 but the acid and chemicals, the stuff that's in those pops are way worse for your teeth than even coffee is. But my teeth were way whiter then.
I guess no staining compared to rotting.
Yeah. So I want to get them straightened and then whitened like the newly fallen snow that hasn't fallen in Buffalo.
Yep. Nice and white.
Yeah.
I'm looking like cotton balls and weird and not melting.
What's weird? Not melting.
Have you ever seen that where the snow is like just burning as opposed to melting?
No. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's weird.
Snow is burning?
Yeah, it just chars. It turns black. It doesn't melt.
What? How does that happen?
I'm not sure.
Of course, you don't have your computer
No, I
in the
forgot
room.
it.
So
I forgot it, but it has something to do with like chemtrails and stuff like that. I
no,
guess.
all right, I'm done.
See, but that's what I mean. I don't know.
I'm
I don't
done.
know, but it's
I'm
weird.
done.
It's weird.
I'm done. It's frozen water.
that burns.
No, all it's gonna happen is gonna melt. All it's gonna happen is gonna melt. And if anything shows up on it, it's a residual. It's a residual to that. You're looking for your phone.
Yeah.
It's a residual
I need to see it.
relative to that of whatever the accelerant is.
Me Hondies. Hang on. YouTube.com.
I wonder if acid rain freezes.
Burning.
You would think
snow.
so.
Why does snow turn black?
I know that everybody out there has the video of the snow turning black when you put a lighter to it. I'm going to tell you why that is and how it works. As you can see, this snow is not turning black. It's just melting.
Okay.
Now watch this. Same snow. Compacted into a bit of a little snowball. Now watch this snow turn black. See, it's turning black and it's not melting.
Well, you've compacted. No, hang on. Here's why.
So
And
that's
I'm
what I
not,
mean.
no, here's why. And I'm not a scientist, but this is just what a layman would interpret that. Okay, so there's snow on like a wooden railing in his backyard, right? However, it fell. When snow falls, it's very light. As it lands, it compacts some from its own weight, right?
Yeah.
When he put the lighter to that, it was just melting. When you take the snow and you compact it, you make it a denser, colder,
stronger,
You
yeah.
make it a denser, colder ball, right? Which is more resistant to burning or melting, rather. And all that's showing up on that snow is the residual residue of the burning lighter fluid. That's all that is.
Yeah.
It's like the woman.
According to
who
everybody
listen-
else.
Do you see the? And this is old now. The woman who
chemtrails.
no, the woman who was looking at the sprinkler that was creating the rainbow in her front yard, and she kept going, "What kind of chemicals are the government putting in our water supplies that this is happening?" Hey, idiot! It's called a prism effect. You fucking moron. Are you familiar with this?
The prism effect?
No. This video.
No, not that video.
There's a woman. Look that up.
I was thinking of, too, like a mirage. Or not a mirage. You know, when it's far away and it looks like it's like melting. It's so hot, kind of hot.
Yeah, the heat causes
Yeah.
waves, because it's actually moving the air around. The air is so excited at that temperature that it's actually visible to the human eye, and so that's why when you look at a hot road, you see the heat coming off. The road's not burning. It's not chemicals being released. It's that there's such a heat temperature
Yeah.
change that the air is so excited that you can actually see the molecules of air moving. This is like, dude, I didn't do well in school. This is like 101 shit. Look, are you looking up the woman with the
just
fucking
typed in-
sprinkler rainbow?
I just typed in sprinkler woman.
Let's see, yeah,
July 6th,
let me see.
2007.
Yep, that's it. Watch it. Put it by the mic.
I'm just wondering what the heck is in our water supply? What the heck is in our oxygen supply?
If you're not familiar with this video, Google what he did or YouTube it.
Oxide salt that create a rainbow effect in a sprinkler.
There's just a sprinkler on her lawn, and it's a sunny day out,
Of our ground
and it's creating a rainbow
that allows this
in the
type of
sprinkler.
effect to happen.
And this
Not just
moron
around our sun and our moon anymore. Everywhere we look.
thinks that our government is putting shit in our water that creates a rainbow effect in a sprinkler in our water supply.
Rainbows. This cannot be natural. We all know it wasn't something that happened 20 years ago.
I don't know if I could take this anymore.
It wasn't. No, stop it. Please stop it. Because you got the gist of it. This wasn't something that happened 20 years ago. So because you're an idiot that never experienced the rainbow coming from a sprinkler, remember when I talked about multiple times thinning out the herd, Tom?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, yeah, that's some. My statement is as much a conspiracy theorist wet dream as what these idiots are doing. But the reason these videos have views isn't because people are like, "Oh my God, she's right." They're watching it because, "Oh my God, she's a fucking moron."
Like, why we just watched it.
Well, to prove a point.
Yeah.
To illustrate
Just
a
to
point.
see it. I've never seen it. I was like, what the fuck is this sprinkler
Right. Well,
lady?
see, I never saw the snow thing before. The one that you showed me. But it's the same idea. The lack of education, and I'm not targeting the education system in this country. I'm pretty sure both of those concepts are covered in basic education K through 12. Either they were absent that day or they didn't pay attention. It's absurd to me that that's a thing that exists.
It is weird.
And the immediate thing is to go to some kind of conspiracy theory of the government this or why is this doing that, rather than, I wonder why that is. Oh, okay, cool. Let's do some experiments. I don't know. How about we Google it?
Like we just did.
Right. Yeah. I can't.
Or Bing, or DuckDuckGo.
I don't know about either of those, but
But there's just more.
right.
There's just more of an outlet.
I can't.
I hear you.
And look, not exactly the same thing, but I'm going to go on a little bit of a tirade here. I'm known to do this. Sorry, everyone. All right. If a grown person in their mid-40s to mid-50s asks me what the difference between a quesadilla and a fajita is, kill yourself. If I say to you, we have a spicy Thai chicken and rice soup, and you say, well, what is that?
Thai chicken
I'm sorry.
with rice and soup.
Kill yourself.
I kind of want that.
I don't.
I'm so hungry.
I don't. Yeah, I'm
That
actually
sounds
starving
so
too.
good.
I haven't eaten today either.
What is it? What?
It's a spicy Thai chicken and rice. So the funny thing
It's
about
a
that
soup?
is that it's a soup that we have at one of the restaurants I work at. And the funny thing is I've never eaten it, but all the people that I work with that do eat it say that it tastes like Fruit Loops.
I want it.
And as soon as they tell you that, you smell it and go, oh my god, it smells like fucking Fruit Loops.
Spicy Thai chicken and rice
Yeah.
soup.
So it's a thick, somewhat creamy, but not cream-based soup, right? Because Asian cooking doesn't use any dairy. They don't use any dairy in it almost at all. It's chicken, rice, a few veggies, and some mushrooms and shit in there. It's kind of thick-ish. It's a light orange color. People really like it. It's good. It apparently tastes like Fruit Loops. It smells like it a little bit. It's Thai. You're not familiar with Thai food at all. If you're coming in and ordering a New York strip and you're getting it well done and saying it's better than a sirloin, clearly you probably don't know what Thai food is. And if you do, you probably don't like it because I tried it once and it wasn't what I wanted and I went to an accent there. You're goddamn right I did.
Yep.
Oh, I'm just saying.
You might think I'm weird. I love pad thai,
Oh, dude, pad thai's fucking awesome.
specifically chicken pad thai, but I don't like it with the nuts.
It's
peanuts.
not. It's just not for. It's not for everybody. It's a textural thing too. Like I used to be pertaining to nuts. Like when people used to put whenever I see brownies, right? For example, somebody made brownies. If it had walnuts, chopped walnuts in it, I'm like, no, I'm good. I didn't want
Yeah.
it. I'm like, I don't like nuts in my baked goods. And now I'm like, oh, it's still a brownie. It's like it's good. My attitude changed a bit, but when somebody yesterday at the restaurant just said, what did they fucking say? I overheard them. It was one of my tables. And they were eating. Oh, it was. So we put shredded beets, just a little bit on our salads, on our house salads. Why would anyone ever eat beets? Oh my God, those are so fucking disgusting. I'm like, or just don't eat them. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't
why
think I've
is
ever
it-
had beets.
Why does it have to be such a violent opposition? Now, and I say that, and then I'm the person to go, oh, Bloody Marys, those are fucking nasty. That's me, right? All right, so I'm kind of going against my own mentality of, oh, it's just not for me. No, I think they're disgusting. Bloody Caesar, go fuck yourself. You even know what that is?
I think those are gross. Yeah.
Do you know what Bloody Caesar is? It's a Bloody Mary made with clamato, clam tomato juice.
Ew, that is so. Alcohol. That is so disgusting.
That's a Canadian thing. The clamato.
Ew, that is so. You know what else grosses me the fuck out? Alcohol and milk, or like chocolate milk. We went to the Martini Bar. Remember that spot years ago?
What, chocolate bar?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Dude, chocolate bar is fucking awesome.
I had that chocolate martini. That was disgusting, dude. I was so
here's
mad.
where I disagree with you. I think those
No.
are so good. All those sugary, awesome.
No,
When I used to go there years ago, oh my God, the Swedish fish martini was my favorite
I
though.
was just about to bring. That was pretty damn good. I will
Swedish
say.
fish is the bomb ass martini.
That was
for
really
sure.
good.
They actually put real Swedish fish in it.
that
crazy.
was awesome.
That was my favorite thing. The one
I
at the
want
bottom,
it.
it got all like really hard. It was like, you know what I mean? You know how Swedish
Yes.
fish usually are kind of chewy. It would be all like it would.
I want one.
It would pull out
I
the
think
extra
I wanna
sugar
go
and
get
just make
some
it
Swedish
real.
fish
Yeah, it was good.
Martini and just throw up afterwards. Because that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get hammered off of like Swedish fish martinis.
Yeah.
We should do that.
That was a good time. Hashtag,
gonna do that.
Hashtag chocolate bar. I'm going to put them in there too.
Yeah.
I better remember all this stuff. I didn't write it down.
And if they do listen to it, if by the way, it's nothing personal against the chocolate milk martini. I just think that's disgusting. It has nothing to do with chocolate bar martini. For the record, it is just gross as shit. I'm sorry, chocolate.
Dude, I love their
what the fuck.
Their espresso
Why
martini
did
was
I have
good.
that?
Their chocolate peanut butter martini was good.
Oh wait, what? What? See, okay. See,
now he's
it
on
just
board.
sounds appetizing, but then I'm like, oh.
Here's the thing, though. They don't. Some of those they don't
Give me
make
some
them
fucking bourbon.
with just like they don't make them with regular vodka. They make them with like flavored vodkas that are infused with other flavors. So it's not just like you're pouring Stoli in there.
Lockhouse Ginnamin.
Gentlemen,
The Lockhouse
is
Distillery.
Is it a cinnamon gin?
It is a cinnamon gin. Ginnamin.
No, is that a drink or is that an actual gin?
They made it. They make it. They brew it and stuff like that, or distill it. Sorry, whatever the fuck it's called. But it is so good, dude. It is like I think if I were to ever have to use the term, Ginnamin is the bee's knees. If I had that, like it just really is. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna go the opposite direction. Gentleman is so fire. Like
No, not fire. It is the bee's knees. It really is. Like when I go to Lockhouse, I'll like go there. I'll have a shot of Ginnamin and I'll have a Michter's on the Rocks small batch of bourbon, and that's it.
yeah.
And then 3 sips later, I'm fucking hammered and can't control anything. And everyone,
Dude, you weighed like 10 pounds dripping wet in a wool suit. I mean,
Yeah.
that's part of why you can't
it's fun
handle-
though.
You can't handle it.
It's very fun. You just, I don't know. I was really sick the other day though. About 3 weeks ago was the last time I was impaired, and I don't know why I was really sick, but it didn't feel like I was sick from drinking. It just felt like I was sick from just being out. It was weird.
Just the experience of being out amongst people.
Yeah, I was like vomiting and throwing up the next day, but I was like, I was okay. Do you know what I mean? I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm sick. I have the flu. I was like, what? Why do I keep fucking throwing up? Like, it was just like, oh.
He's just walking around the house going, hey, I'm Mama, how's it going?
It's so weird. I get weird jingles stuck in my. This is another weird.
I'm trying to make
me
people
thing.
throw up at home who are listening to this in earbuds.
But when I get sick, I get weird jingles in my head. Like I'll start throwing up, and it was just like the last time this happened to me, I was sick, and it was "Come and get your love," da, 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 right? Come and I was like, oh, and I would throw up, and then I'd be like, "Come and get your love." That's what I mean. Like I don't understand why. I don't. I'm sorry.
Come
I
and
don't
get your love.
I don't get sick like oh I'm sick. It's just like so I'm sitting there. I wake up and I'm like, I think I'm gonna throw up. I was like, why am I gonna throw up? I was like, I only had this, and I was like, and this, and I was like, but I had way more water than I did to drink. I'm gonna throw up. Oh my God, fuck. So I started throwing up and I was like, And unusual to have fun with anyone. Oh, and I just started throwing up, and I'm listening to Tom Jones in my head.
And it's not that it's playing in the background. This is just in your head.
It's in my head. It's just like over and over again, and I'm starting to sing along, and then I throw up, and then I'm starting.
It's like there's things that will, for me, and I think probably for a lot of people, I would assume there's things that specific songs will trigger. Like there's certain songs that when I hear them play, I only think of Pitch Perfect as an example. Like, and some of them I knew before the movie, and some of them I didn't. But it's like I only think of Pitch Perfect. There's other songs that I'll hear, and I'll only think of specific movies or when you hear the song "This Is How We Do It," you know the song, right? Mm-hmm. This is how we, right? I only think of the Kitten Mittens episode of It's Always Sunny.
Oh my God!
At the end sequence where they're doing the commercial, and they're playing the song, and Max off to the side. What does he say? Come on down to Patty's Pub, home with a shotgun and gunshot. And they're panning across the girls when they get to him. He's like, shoot the girls, shoot the girls. I only think of that scene when I hear that song now. And it plays at the one restaurant I work at. It plays every day.
Oh, that is funny.
It's on the playlist. It probably plays 4 or 5 times in like 6 hours.
Does it make you sick, though?
It doesn't make me sick, but it specifically triggers thoughts of, and I obviously knew that song before the show, but now I only think of that when that happens. And so my thought is not that, for you, it's not that song's playing in the background and now it's state dependent where I was drunk throwing up, and in the meantime, Tom Jones is playing in the background. No, it's in your head only.
Yeah. It's so weird.
I thought I was fucking crazy.
I'm sorry.
No. What are you apologizing for?
I don't know. It's just so weird. I don't know.
Dude, we're all nuts.
Random.
We're all fucking nuts.
I think it might be the alcohol because I remember we were in. Where were we? I don't know. It was the Ambassador Hotel is across the street, which Ted Bundy killed people and ate people in. I shouldn't even say stuff like that.
I'm sorry. What?
Terrifying.
What are you talking about?
You remember? Ted Bundy, the dude who killed people.
Yeah.
There's a venue called the Rave. I don't know. I don't remember the name of this spot.
It's not here.
No.
Okay.
Oklahoma.
Right. Because like he was
Maybe
never.
Oklahoma.
Here.
I don't know. But anyways, it's a really crazy hall. It's a cool venue. But and I had a Stella that night, and that's when I don't know who sings that song. Come and get your love.
I'm gonna say Casey and the Sunshine Band, and I know I'm wrong.
Yes, that's it.
Is it? Are you sure?
I think so. Come and get your love. Yeah, you're right.
See, now I think of when I hear that song now, I think of the opening credits. I think for Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
But I also think of the opening credits for F is for Family, which is the Bill Burr animated series that's on Netflix.
Oh, that's funny.
Because that's the same. They use the same song for both of those. So what'll happen is I'll see Star-Lord flying in and out of the animation in my brain.
Yeah.
And it's like, why am I melding these two things?
That's funny.
That's where I'm. Woohoo!
I wonder what that is, though. I wonder what sparks that. Like,
I don't know. Like that song, Motorin'. Motorin'. Nothing's not to
Oh, yeah.
Right? It was playing when we went to the gas station before we got here. I only think of that scene from. Oh, what movie was it? Two guys. I remember what it was. They went to see this drug dealer to pick something up, and this guy's like, it's in the 80s. Guy's in like boxers and a robe, and he's got like a 44 Magnum, and he's all coked out of his brain, and he's singing, and then he starts to flip out, and they start shooting all over the place. I can't remember the fucking movie, and hopefully someone will see the post and give me the, because I can't remember what it is. But because of that, I actually hate that song. I was made so uncomfortable by that scene because it was so well done, and I felt you were supposed to feel really unsafe and awkward and like, what's this guy gonna do? And I don't know what the fuck, like it's very unsettling. They did such a good job with the scene that emotion is attached to me hearing that song to where I hate that song now.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's whatever. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
You go, you fucking get in your car, you drive away, you go on with life.
I hate shitty songs.
It's not that it's a bad song.
vibe
A lot of people
songs.
really like that song, but for me, I can't remember the goddamn movie. But for me, that's stuck in my brain like forever.
I'm trying to think of a song that I cannot stand. What's a song?
Yeah, it's a bunch of musical notes that are strung together, usually in succession,
true.
and usually there's some melody, some harmony if it's a good song.
But see, there's a few songs that I cannot fucking stand. It's a 90s song.
Anything by Oasis.
Not Oasis. What is that song? What is it? How does it go?
He hates it so much he's blocked it out of his
It's
brain.
like blocked out, but I just hear his voice, and it's like from the 90s. I don't know how to explain it.
I got nothing from
Dude,
that.
I'm sorry. That is like out of the world, but shit. What is the name of that song? And I hate it. Oh,
Yeah,
one of these days it'll come to me.
I'm sure. I don't know. But music triggers that,
It's like another me, another you, another me, another you. Do you know what song I'm talking about, dude? I think that is the worst. That is undoubtedly the worst song I think I've ever heard. And you know what else song?
Wait, you mean The Unforgiven by Metallica?
No, it's not that song.
Okay.
It's not
Another me, another you.
It's not
okay.
Metallica.
All right. Because that's what, never mind that I don't have it.
There's another song that I cannot stand. It's from the 80s. It's a little bit older, and it's like, I gotta get over my fright. It's like, and it's so bad.
I don't know that.
Dun, 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 something like that. You too. I can't.
That sounds familiar, but I can't place it though.
But those are two songs I just wished were dead. Just never heard again.
Dude, who doesn't like the song "Take on Me"?
Take me. I don't know the words.
Home, take on me. I'll be gone. I was in 7 different keys. Sorry, everyone. Oh, I can't do that anymore.
Was that good? Was that a good falsetto?
It's good for a non-singer. For a non-singer, that's good. Yeah.
Would it be good for backup vocals?
No.
Oh, son of a bitch.
No, backup vocalist has to be a backup vocalist. I think has to be as good as the main singer.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just not as marketable. Really, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
A backup singer has to be able to fucking hit that shit.
Woo!
You know.
I felt pretty good about that. Never mind.
I mean, I do sing it every time it comes on at work.
We were just talking about this on the way here. More power to guitar players who sing, man. I can't do it.
Yeah, when a front man, like, I mean, and that was me. I did sing and play the lead rhythm, but my problem was I always, this is not news to anyone. I always forgot the words to my own songs all the time. We'd be about to start the song, right? Like, we knew it was on the set list. We all had a copy. And I turn around and look at my brother, the drummer, and I just go, "What's the first line?" And he would say the first line. I go, "Okay, I got it." And we'd get in, because there was always an intro.
Yeah,
it was
I
never
know
words
how
right
that
away.
goes.
And I'd forget it as soon as he said it. Cool, I got it. Turn around. Guitar starts. I would fucking make it up. I would basically be scatting to make up the words.
I'm a scat man.
And nobody ever knew that because, like, we did have some pretty good fans, mostly our friends.
You said it,
family
and
stuff.
nobody ever knew that. There you go.
But that's the thing. Nobody really knew, but because nobody, when we gave a shit. Nobody was really that much of a fan that they knew that I was singing the wrong words and making stuff up.
Here's a shout out to some drummers, but a lot of drummers don't realize this. What you just said, people don't really realize that the singer will fuck up lyrics or something like that. People are like, "Oh, he forgot the lyrics," whatever. People will be like, "Oh, the bass player fucked up," but nobody even heard that shit. Sorry, Bob. It's like, "Oh, the guitar player."
Sorry, Bob never made a mistake in his
Bob
life.
never ever made a mistake, but that's why that's funny. It's like, "Sorry, Bob," but it's like, the guitar player. It's like, "Oh, he pitched, whatever." But when the drummer fucks up, it's like,
oh yeah,
what
like
just happened?
Like a record scratch. It's just stops
what
everything.
just happened? Like it's bad. Everybody looks bad. That's why, like,
yeah,
This is
all of a sudden
crazy.
everyone's rhythm is thrown off, and like, what fucking part of the song are we in, dude? You fucked up, Tom.
yeah.
It's like, man, I'm a human being like everyone
It
else.
happens. It happens. I don't know what
I'm
else
sorry,
to
I
say.
had to fart. That's like one of those. Sorry, guys.
Compared to all the times motherfuckers forgot songs, Jeff would just like stop playing sometimes because he forgot where he was. And
Yeah.
It's like, "Yo, come on, man. I just tried really hard through that part." It's funny, but never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. When it's a professional band, it's like you would assume it'd be less likely, but it still happens.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
So like a lot of shit happens. Like you don't even like realize. Like I don't know. Like I'll be playing, and my bass drum will move.
Yeah,
And it's just like the most
yeah.
aggravating
If
thing.
your bass drum moves, if your stick breaks,
You
your
gotta
extra
look
thing
up.
is that there. You know what I mean? Like when you're a band like say like E-Tid that plays 200 shows a year, it's like yeah, you're gonna fuck a few things up. Oh well, that's what makes it
I've
a
read
great live
stories
experience.
like people will count in. They'll be playing the song, and then there'll be a break. But they're so exhausted and stuff like that, they mix a song while playing the song, and they're like, the drummer will be like, I played the bridge to like 3 songs, like we're not even supposed to play that song, and I was just so exhausted, my mind just turned off and turned back on, and I was on that song, and I played a bridge in a different song, from a different song, and it happens, I guess. I don't know.
And to most people, it probably just seems like you went off on a crazy drum solo
Yeah,
in the middle of the song because they don't.
they have no idea
To listen
either.
to like you were talking about, your timing as a drummer is really good, but when you play guitar, your timing can be off.
Awful.
I was just say off, but awful, sure. But I had a point.
It happens.
It's gone.
Lost forever.
Drummer playing in the thing, and then wow.
Rhythm,
Yeah, no, it's gone.
drums and rhythm,
Yeah.
guitar rhythm being different.
If we weren't recording this, I'd try to figure it out and spend 10 minutes getting there. It's gone. There was a point to it, but shit.
It happens.
Yeah, what do you do? It's not the end of the world. All right, kids. Yeah, this has been fun. MeUndies, Quip, go check them out. Free plugs.
Lockhouse.
Lockhouse, yeah.
What else do we say?
Gentlemen,
Charcoal toothpaste.
charcoal toothpaste, Invisalign.
Hello.
We're just throwing it out.
iBuyDirect.com. Coffee Mate, Nestle. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Hot Water Music.
Hot Water Music. They're on a tour.
There we go.
Ho
Ho.
yes.
What is this called?
Rolls.
Rolls. What
That's
is that? Is that a preamp?
Yeah, well, it's a headphone amplifier.
Yeah. Rolls headphone amplifiers.
Yeah.
And
Christmas decorations from Big Lots. Big Lots.
Winter Wonderlane.
Oh shit! I saw that Aziz is actually out on. He's got a tour coming up. I think. I'm very excited for that.
Shit.
Well, he was in Rochester a couple months back, and I really wanted to go, but I couldn't make it happen. But I saw he did a show. I want to say at the Cellar in New York, and Dean Del Rey, who's another comic who I've actually seen here in Buffalo. He's really good. He put up a post, and Aziz was in the picture, and I was like, I just like to see that he's out there.
Yeah.
I don't want. It was weird to end on this. It just made me think of it, but I think of the whole movement. I think he kind of got shafted pretty hard by the situation, but he's out there and he's still touring and he's working up his material and shit. So I'm happy about that. I saw him in the picture, and so I commented, "So happy to see Aziz and Aziz Ansari in this picture." And that was maybe yesterday or the day before. And Dean Del Rey actually liked it back today. He liked my comment.
Oh,
that's
sweet.
fucking cool. That's
yeah.
That's cool. Not just that he liked my comment, but that, he saw it and said, "Yeah, I'm happy Aziz was there too."
That's kind of funny.
But that was weird.
Well, fuck yeah. And
Yeah.
on that note,
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, check us out on Twitter at Apartment A3 Podcast. Nick Huber on Instagram. Tom is alive on Twitter. Tom Falcone on Instagram.
oh yeah.
The last episode and this one will hopefully be up on YouTube by the end of the week. We will, and nobody gives a shit anymore because I keep saying it. It's like Cried Wolf situation. We will be doing video versions soon. I'm just trying to figure out the filming aspect of it. Just for something to be more worthwhile. We want to give you guys stuff that
Getting all the knowledge together.
yeah. Also, we've laid this out before, but if anyone is interested, because I do know that there are a small handful of people, mostly close friends and family, that do listen to the podcast, send us text directly or message us via Twitter or whatever. Give us some ideas of things you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
Our opinions on stuff. If you give, if you care, or like we like to do sometimes, and something that I want to start doing is like top 5 lists or do you remember when's, that kind of shit. Just stuff, because like it's fun. It's an interactive part of the show where the fans, and there's approximately 100 or so people who listen to this podcast apparently on a somewhat regular basis. And I know we know here at Southwest that you have lots of options for flying. And we thank you for choosing us. Like, that's the situation here. We know that there's Joe Rogan and Mark Maron and Apartment A3, there's us, The Basement Yard, and Serial, and
Air New Zealand.
Conan O'Brien has one now too. It's actually pretty good. And Gary V, those are like 6-7 minute clips. We know there's 100,000 fucking podcasts. We get it. If you like what you hear here, we're not asking for donations yet. There'll be a Patreon in the future, probably, but hit us up with some shit that you're interested in hearing about. Oh, and I will leave with this. My friend Nicole Bulger, who has been on prior, she has the music project Telepathy. She's actually a burgeoning geologist as well, and we're going to have her on hopefully in a few weeks to talk about some actually brainiac level shit with geology and the earth and fresh water supply and the chaos that's ensuing based upon global warming. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a good one. I'll let you know ahead of time when that one's coming out. But otherwise, like we need a tag at the end. We need some kind of catchphrase.
Capuchow. No, we can't.
That's somebody else's though. Like Kreischer, I was watching his Something's Burning, and he was on with Steve Lemmy and Farva from Super Troopers.
Oh, no way.
And he's like, we need a catchphrase. And it's like, I just farted. Whoops, I just farted, I think is what they ended with for him. But just something, to kind of tag it out. I think usually what I say is everybody be good, take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. Oh, shit, did I just end the podcast?